Today's Movie Lovers Unite podcast episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. We decided to partner up with BetterHelp because we know that therapy can help save lives, as well as help mental health, and BetterHelp will help you find the right therapist for you without waiting in a doctor's office. But what is therapy exactly? It's whatever you want it to be. Maybe you're not feeling motivated right now and would like some tools to help. Or maybe you're feeling insecure in relationships or at work, not dealing with with the stress. Whatever you need, it's time to stop being ashamed of normal human struggles and start feeling better, because you deserve to be happy. And now you don't have to worry about finding an in-person therapist near you to help. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, or even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you do. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can start communicating with your therapist in under 48 hours. Join the millions of people who are seeing what online therapy is really about. It's always a good time to invest in yourself because you are your greatest asset. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp and Movie Lovers Unite. Listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/www.betterhelp.com/movie lovers unite. That's betterhelp.com/movie lovers unite and get your 10% off today. And hello, movie lovers, and welcome to the show. For today's podcast episode, we're going to be talking about the season finale of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or should I say Captain America and the Winter Soldier, because that's exactly what happened at the very end of it. I was very moved by that and intrigued by that. The action sequences at the very beginning were just awesome. I really love the action sequences within this and everything. I thought it was really good. I also have to say, then we actually have Rent-A-Cop, Captain America coming back in to this and everything, trying to redeem himself for the mess that he's caused. Because you can actually tell, I liked how he glances at the bus, and then at the same time, he winds up looking at the girl and everything that took the bus hostage with all the government people and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And he's like, okay, I have bigger fish to fry than having to deal with her right now. I can deal with her later, and then after that, let me go on ahead and save these people. Mm-hmm. So I definitely admire him with that. But at that point, I felt like another thing too is I felt like it might be a little too late for him to be redeemed after all the mess that he's caused and everything, especially with them taking away the shield, then him trying to be a douchebag inside the whole entire thing from last episode. And to me, that actually felt like the Jack Nicholson thing where you can't handle the truth kind of thing, But with this, I really have to say, I thought they did a really great job with everything, especially with the stunt work, the choreography with the fights were really good. What did you guys think?
I thought it was awesome. I completely fangirled when I saw Sam coming in wearing his costume, which looked just like his costume in the comic books. I beat my husband up for being so excited. It was an accident. He was like, okay, you can stop hitting my leg. I get it. You're happy. And then my daughter, she was fangirling too. So
she was hitting his other leg. So
yeah, so she's like, ah. But I was so happy. And it's like, people would say like you can't have a black Captain America. Well, here we are. We have a black Captain America. Be happy. So be it. It's whatever. He is what he is, and it was so awesome. I did like the fighting scene. I did like how Sam was using the shield and everything when he was fighting, but other than. Yeah, I was just excited. So sorry about me fangirling about it. I'm good. So I was happy. I'm happy.
The costume was awesome. Like I said, I was really hyped to see that because I was hoping that was because they kind of leaked it early about the toy or whatever that had him all white and blue. It looked so much better than the toy image. Seeing him come in with that outfit was awesome. Like the fight scenes were great. Like I said, the opening sequence was awesome, and then the fight sequences, seeing douchebag Rent-A-Cop get his ass whooped by the super soldiers, that was great. Like he wasn't even holding his own. He was getting like jumped on and stuff. And he's still losing. His shield broke, which
that made me laugh though. The shield break made me laugh my ass off.
I mean, the suit was a knockoff, and then so guess what? The shield's just gonna be just as worse.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, seeing him get beat, and then I didn't like the whole redemption portion of it. Like, oh, I'm gonna save this bus, and then he gets attacked, and he gets game tackled, and then you see the real hero save the bus, which was cool. I loved when Sam went off on the senators. It was like on camera, like pretty much telling them to sit down and shut the F up. It was great, like telling them like stay in your lane or something like that. You need to get your head out of your ass and do something. Like that was a great yeah. I was like, yeah, that was great.
Another thing I liked.
And the rest of the episode happened.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what else I liked though too. To be honest with you, was the part where you actually have Sam flying, and then he's over there looking and seeing who can actually pilot the helicopter. I love that scene.
With his buddy again, he fixed his buddy. They gave him a new buddy.
Yeah, I thought that was awesome too, and I also did like the fact that he was talking to those senators about. Well, is it the GRC? Is that what they're called?
The GRC.
Okay, well, I'm glad that he did that, because basically what he's saying is true about what's going on now in America. Like, instead of you just calling them refugees, terrorists, and that it's like there's more people out there like her, but they're going to be worse. Yeah. And a teenager died for this. So he was just getting them straight about the whole situation. And I was so glad that he helped to get Isaiah in the area where Captain America was.
In the museum,
in the museum. And see? And I was so happy. I was like, yeah, I'm so glad they did that. And it's like, you don't have to be a blonde hair, blue eye, white man to be Captain America. Sam proved that. He was like, I'm an American too. Our people fought so hard for this country. I am not going to back down. I'm a fight for it.
Exactly. And that's something that I really loved about it though, right? Because it's like, quit putting labels to everybody.
Yeah.
And everything, and start focusing on the main problem. Because if you don't take away these labels and everything, it doesn't cause the confusion. It doesn't cause anything else.
Right.
You just focus on the main problem. The main problem at all. The person's probably a shitty person, and that's it. You don't put labels to certain people. Quit calling people thugs, terrorists, and everything. I love that aspect to it. That was the moment for me where I said, Sam is now Captain America. He fully understands what it's like to carry the shield. He now knows the responsibility of it. I loved it. And then also too, another thing that actually works for me with that scene was how moving it was, because of the fact that the emotional level, and then also too, you actually have people that now accepts a Black Captain America, because remember Isaiah said there's no way in the world that someone would actually accept a Black Captain America or anything like that. So I definitely love the fact that they now accept a Black Captain America. Hey, Ladasha, I appreciate you coming in.
It's Ladacia, John.
You're very welcome.
John, it's Ladacia. You keep saying Ladacia, and I'm like, it's Ladacia.
Ladacia? Okay.
Ladacia.
Like they call you Daisha. Oh yeah, she call you Daisha. There you go.
Just like Daisy.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you now. I got you.
You can call me Daisy though.
Okay. I go by anything as long as it's not ugly. So
yeah.
Well, I like Daisy.
Yeah, but with the whole part about Sam and what he had to say, it's, to me, that's why I said like last week, I'm Sam, because there are a lot of Black people who think just like Isaiah. They don't think that flag is for them. Sam, to him, it does. It means something. And he's like, I'm Captain America. regardless of what you say, he gave me this shield. I am going to protect America. So he put his shit down and he showed the world that he's Captain America. So I'm like, yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry. Fangirl.
But yeah, that's something that I felt like that worked for me. Ladasha, we actually went on and everything and talked about some of the stuff that we liked. What is some of the stuff that you liked? Because we mentioned some of the stuff that we liked, so I'm curious about what you liked.
I really liked. Well, I did like Sam's speech. I thought his speech was just really on point, and it really kind of, because I feel like my feelings are similar to Tamara. Sometimes you get in on both sides, when you want to fight for your country. And I'm glad that Sam stood up and said, no, those people died so I could choose to fight. And, and he did. He chose to keep the shield and fight for his country. And a lot of Black people, Hispanic, white, just what, all through history, immigrants, they've all went and fought for their country. So why should Black people be any different?
Right.
And I'm glad that Sam addressed that head on. So I love that speech. And of course the fight scenes. I love the fight scenes. They were better than what I thought they would be. The Winter Soldier fight scenes. I like the way they did Falcon's fight scenes. The things with the helicopter, I really enjoyed that. And the way he used his tech to communicate with one of the people in the helicopter. I love action stuff. And so this really, that satisfied that itch. And they even tried to reform U.S. Agent.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they decided, okay, you know what? We're not going to give you the shield or anything like that. So guess what? You just become U.S. Agent.
That's your name.
Yeah, but U.S. Agent brought it though. I mean, in his fight scene, he went mano a mano with them folks, and he was like, no. And so I like the way he fight a little dirty, but he said, I get the job done. And he was trying to save the people in the truck, before literally they all jumped on him. Like 10 folks came out of nowhere and jumped on him. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So, he reformed himself. I guess he gonna be the goofy side of this equation.
As always.
Like, I didn't like the big reveal about the suit. That was like, oh, it's just, instead of blue, it's just all black. And they gave and he's all happy about it. I'm like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
Like, why are you trying to doubt us? Like, him being all happy about being that. I'm like, dude, you got demoted from Captain America to U.S. Agent. And then it's like, yeah, I didn't like that part. Like, I knew he was going to become U.S. Agent, but I think they could have done it a lot better, to be honest. Like, then again, I like having him come out like a fashion thing, having his wife helping him for it. Like, I'm like having his wife celebrate. I'm like, honey, your husband has killed some people. Like, come on. And, he got his ass, he got his butt whooped by a bunch of super soldiers just like him.
Yeah.
Like, and then his shield didn't even make it. His shield didn't even
he probably may be the comic relief of this thing, because he just seemed goofy now. Like, he goofy in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's because from the war and also the serum. He was I noticed him twitching a little bit.
Yeah.
He twitched a little bit. I was like, oh.
He's wigging out now. He's like, that PTSD is coming out now.
Yeah.
So
I definitely want to know more about Val. I want to know more about her. Like, and what her bigger story is. The fact that somehow Zemo is involved with them. That's interesting about that little twist that Zemo, and as somebody called him, Zemo's Alfred, blew up the sports truck with him. Like, and how Zemo got all happy that he killed them. So obviously, like Zemo's in with them. So, and I want to know who else is in it. And then, but yeah, like I said, I like the opening. I love the speech. Then the rest of the episode happens. And that one I was like, ugh.
What do y'all think of Sharon Carter, though?
Give
me y'all thoughts.
I was shook. Like,
that one hit hard.
Yeah, because last week I kind of saw it. I'm like, maybe she is the power broker, because I wrote it down. I was like, she might be the power broker. It's a possibility. And I was like, oh, because like first, I hear a lot of people saying, oh, she's a power broker. I like, nah, I'm not gonna listen to that part because of what happened during WandaVision. I'm like, I'm not. And then I was like, wait a minute, maybe she is. And then then all of a sudden you like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I was
in denial. Right.
I was in total deniability, to be honest with you. And I know
Yeah.
denial is not a river in Egypt, but it was like one of those things, like I didn't want to believe it because it goes against her character and who she is. But there's something in the back of my mind, and I know Charlie and I talked about this. I'm gonna let him get his points out in a minute. But I still have that feeling. I don't know. I can't let it go. It's like one of those things where I want to believe, but I can't believe it type of situation where, you know, I'm still thinking that she's still good. I'm still thinking that she's playing both sides because she's an agent, and God knows how long she's been undercover probably with doing this. But something just tells me she's still undercover. There's just something about it to me. But, you know, I'm just shook by it, to be honest with you.
Well, she's Peggy Carter's niece. It's like, I can't wrap my head around it. I hope she's undercover or something, but I'm like, you know, you're Peggy Carter's niece, and all the stuff she was doing with Steve, and then you were trying to get romantic with Steve, and you end up being some power broker. It just, I don't know. I didn't like it.
It's a twist. It's like maybe it's a possibility that she wants to say she's a power broker, but she's really not. It's like, because like someone mentioned, I wasn't sure if it was John or Charlie that said that she's this John. Never mind, it was you, John, about Fisk. I'm sorry, I'm brain.
Yeah, but I said about Fisk too.
Yeah, we both did. We both pointed that out.
The thing is like maybe she's working under him because she did have men clothes. I'm like, because how did Bucky, Sam, and Zemo put on some clothes? And where did she get all these men clothes from? So
I'm still saying that Fisk is still a possibility.
Style too. I mean, that fighting style is brutal to the point, and who else is brutal to the point? I think Fisk. So, I mean, I don't know. Again, I thought this was just like, again, this show should have been longer than 6 episodes.
Yeah.
The 51 minute runtime for this episode is way too short. Like we need, like this needs to be longer. WandaVision needs to be shorter because like that one kept us being too drawn out. This one has too much in it. I have more questions than I do answers, and that's why I'm like, I want to know. Like they said, like I said, when I saw Sharon Carter's pro broker, I'm like. It's too predictable, and it's just like, and it's the straight cut and dry thing, and that's not what Marvel usually is. Marvel is usually like misdirection. Like you think one thing, that's what adds to the more excitement for Marvel. I mean, sure, all the numbers were pointing. Everybody's saying, "Oh, she's power broker." It's just, I mean, I knew deep down she could have been, but it doesn't work for her character because Peggy Carter was such like she's great. She's a great human being. That's that. And then, like, deep down, like, and I just felt everything felt rushed. Like, this episode, a lot of stuff kept wrapping up fastly, and it didn't need to. They could have expanded it, and it's just her evil. It doesn't feel right, and it doesn't sit right, and it's a twist. But it just, I don't know. It's just gut feeling. It just doesn't feel like. And I mean, I hope she's still undercover, because I think she might be because. She's not going to be able to keep fighting her way like that against everybody. That's why I think it's I still think it's Fisk. It's the power broker she's saying it is. She's like taking over while he's still in jail. I don't know. It's just, I mean, I just felt like everything rushed, to be honest.
Charlie, my question is this: I forgot how the last Daredevil season ended. Was he in jail, or because I know he escaped?
He broke out of jail, and then he hired. So anybody has seen Daredevil season 3, I'm about to spoil this a little bit. So anyway, he hires Bullseye, a former FBI guy, to work with him, and he takes on the mantle of Daredevil to make Daredevil like a villain. And Matt Murdock comes in and he has this epic fight scene where he beats the shit out of Wilson Fisk, and so much to the point where he's gonna Matt Murdock was gonna go back to his ways of killing. He's like, no, I'm not gonna kill you. And then so Fisk goes to jail. They finally arrest him. So Fisk is back in jail.
Okay.
Yeah. He breaks out, and then Daredevil beats the crap out of him again, and now he goes back to jail. So again, I don't know. Her evil, it doesn't sit right. It definitely doesn't sit right. And then, but like I said, I didn't want the predictability of it because that's DC. And we don't want this is Marvel. like we want something like the misdirection. Like there's been a lot of stuff that's the fun part about the Marvel stuff because it's not always cut and dry. Because if it was cut and dry all the time, it'd get be bland and boring. And that's not what Marvel is. And that's why I have her as the power broker. Because sure, all the evidence points that way. Again, it's just kind of like bland. They took a cop out ending on this one, and that's why they needed this one needs to be longer. Mm-hmm. But and then I also thought the timing was funny because right when this episode ends, they announced the Captain America 4. Mm-hmm. And then I'll get into that. I'll get that into right now. So the Falcon and Winter Soldier showrunner, well, not Falcon and Winter Soldier, it's Captain America and Winter Soldier now. They're working on Cap 4. This is from the Hollywood Reporter. Disney and Marvel Studios are having Malcolm Spurman. He developed the 4th installment in the series, which is tentatively called Captain America 4. It's going to take place after the show. So after the show ends, they're making that, and then they have the created and ran as a showrunner. He's involved, and they're also writing the script as the guy that worked on this as a staff writer on the show as well. They don't have a director. There's no official cast ties to the project yet, and the last episode opened up plenty of possibilities of who would take the Captain America mantle next. It's more than likely it's going to be Anthony Mackie. He plays Sam Wilson / Falcon in the MCU. He currently holds the shield, so that's the most natural conclusion. Sebastian Stan is also likely to appear as Bucky Barnes. Seeing as having their multiple Captain Americas and more lore, and even the MCU, there are a lot of interesting ways for the film to go. But I mean, it's more likely going to be Mackie and Bucky back. And another separate note, Deadline reports that Chris Evans is also in talks of returning to the MCU as Steve Rogers, but in a separate project. So if you're expecting him to show up in Captain America 4, probably not going to happen. Might, but it won't be. It's going to be a separate project. And it said Evans will likely appear in at least one Marvel property with the door open for a second film, and that Mackie-led Captain America 4 is separate. So again, this broke today. So that's the big news. So obviously they're going to continue on with what happened, and they need at least a 2-hour movie at least.
At least because it's so many things. Like I wanted to get more into what Carly was talking about with Sharon Carter. Mm-hmm. And it's because it seems like she grew up with her or something, and then I'm like, well, did Sharon Carter raise her? Like, how did she find this girl? And and it was kind of rushed, so I didn't really get. And I watched it a second time, but I didn't really get how Carly and Sharon Carter were related, or how they
go back and watch Captain America: The Winter Soldier. That's when she gets first introduced, I believe, too.
I think she's talking about Carly and Sharon Carter together. Yeah.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
Sharon.
Oh no, not Sharon. Yeah, I know how Sharon is, but how Carly and Sharon, how they know each other, because it seems like Sharon Carter raised her or something, because she said, I got you as a child or something. It's like, what? And then, they kind of rushed through that and just started fighting or shooting or something. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of stuff I wish they could have unpacked, like Charlie said, in like another episode or two.
Right.
Or
I do
Yeah.
feel like I'm going to be honest with you. I do feel like they should have at least gave us one more episode after this one, just to get some of the other stuff out there, to give us some more stuff to actually digest on, and the meat of the whole entire thing. To be honest with you, because I do feel like the ending part, it felt rush on that part of like the very end. I would like to actually just, they could actually tied it up with a little bit with, like you said, with Carter and stuff like that, figuring out who she's talking to a little bit, and then it can fade to black, to where it shows maybe a shadow of the person that she's talking to, and then it just cuts to black for us to speculate on, or something like that.
Like, at what point are we gonna is Sam gonna find out that she is bad? I don't buy it. I really don't. I think she's still like we've been saying. I think she's working undercover or something, because she was doing this all along to help out Sam and them. Why would she, and then why would she go bad? And why would, I mean, if she was the power bird, why she would, like, then again, and now she's back with her own status and she's going to sell government secrets. It's just like Peggy Carter is just rolling over right now. Like,
I know. I mean, Peggy Carter's she's rolling like 50 times in her grave. Like, oh my God.
I can hear her with bitch slap her right now.
Like, I know.
Like, I mean, this is like, I mean, like you said, I really hope she worked on that, but it's just like, and then have that put one post credit scene and just leave it as that, and we're not going to be getting any more closure or information for, like, definitely probably not in Loki. So it probably won't be until maybe Hawkeye, but it's like to leave that out there, and then, oh yeah, here, let's repair that thing. Let's give you Captain America 4 and Chris Evans is returning. But I was like, okay, we still got answers, like you said. I mean, it just doesn't feel right.
I feel like I was at a press conference and I'm like, I got questions, but I have questions. We're gonna leave now. No, I have questions.
Right? I mean, I don't even think they wrapped up Winter Soldier right.
No, briefly.
I really would have rather have seen an extension of the scene he had with the older man and telling him how he killed his son. That felt rushed. And I felt like they really should have unpacked that more.
Right.
And I wish they had a little bit more of the scene where he shows the older black guy his statue. And I felt like there should have been a little bit more talking with that.
There should have been a lot more build up for that, to build up some excitement for Isaiah, because Isaiah needed to be respected as the first black super soldier that they had, aside from Steve. There should have been more hype for him to be that guy. And it's just like, well, we ended up buying you a Rocky Balboa statue in your place, and there's like nothing there. There's like there was like not really any excitement, though, if you think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, there should have been some excitement.
I mean, there's a lot of like questions. Is like, and I still have questions like, how's this gonna be the current phase? How's this involved in phase 4? Is like, are there like I said, I wanted to see some scrolls show up, because that seems to be in the random moment in WandaVision, you're able to get a scroll in there and like saying how like it's and it fit for the story, because it was Captain Marvel's partner's daughter that's involved. Like, so I heard you got grounded. I have a friend up in space that wants to meet with you. That was a friend of your mom's. Like, that worked because that fit in the story that's going in the Secret Invasion, which I think is gonna be a pretty cool series. Like, I'm like I said, I want to know like we got all these questions. And it's like, how's this working with this current phase? Because it's like the only thing I think currently that's working in the phase is WandaVision, because that sets up Spider-Man and Doctor Strange and whatever else, like other shows that they're going to be doing. But this one, it's like, are they doing it in this phase, or is it phase 5? Or you gave us the show, which is great. How's this going to be playing out? And that's the big question. And it's like, because I mean, like, who's a Skrull and who isn't? That's the big question, because that's the one question we got to ask. Like, is Sharon Carter really her, or is she a Skrull? I mean, or something. I don't know. Like this, anything to redeem what we just saw. Like I think it was a cop out. Like honestly, you rushed everything in 6 episodes. This one would need to be longer, and to have the last episode 51 minutes. That's with credits. It's too short, and the last one wasn't over an hour. Like, you built us our hype. And we're really hyped up for this last episode. We were really excited, and then this episode came out. And it was like, oh, we felt like it feels like when you're watching like Godzilla vs. Kong, all the hype. Oh,
yeah.
I was very underwhelmed with this episode. It started out great, and then you did the reveals, like the half-ass reveals, and then like there's that, and then I felt underwhelmed by it. And I just I wanted and then we're gonna have to wait a while for them to do these next ones. That's the problem.
To be honest with you, I was expecting the girl to probably rat her out.
Yeah.
I thought
shot her.
She could have. I mean, maybe there's not focus on. I mean, she was whispering a lot of stuff, and I think she had something in her hand. It must have handed to Sam.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was hoping she was going to say something to Sam, or maybe Sam knows that Sharon's not great, and maybe he's doing it on purpose. Maybe Sam knows something more than we do, or Bucky knows something. Like Bucky and Sam know something more than we do. I don't know. They're just playing the part. Maybe I hope they know sooner rather than later, because I don't want them to bite them in the ass in a sense.
I don't think they know. I mean, because when they went back to Louisiana, they didn't seem like they had a care in the world, so I don't think they knew.
It was like watching Martin Lawrence and Will Smith on the dock in Louisiana.
Yeah.
And they're about to go ahead and just close out.
Or maybe that's the point. Like they don't want us to think that we don't that they don't know, but maybe they both know and they're just playing along. Like they're just
no, I don't think they know. And that was an awesome. What is that? Like a barbecue or whatever?
Yeah, like a cookout. Like they were having like Cajun cookouts because I was in Louisiana and I saw that crawfish. I'm like, God, that looks so good.
I know that looks.
I want that crawfish, but I think that it's like I don't know. That's very interesting about how would Bucky and Sam will know that Sharon is bad and stuff. Deep down, I don't know.
I don't think they know though.
I don't think they know, but yeah, because still
there should have been more revealed. To be honest with you, when she was starting to get redeemed back over into the in her presence, whenever they had that scene, was like, well, we're going to redeem her character by accepting her back in. I thought there would be something more at that press conference where Bucky and Sam come in. It's like, hold on, we have a flash drive with some information and some type of intel to who she is and what she's been doing this whole entire time. That's what I thought was going to happen. I thought there was going to be something more to that.
Right.
They're just saying, well, we're going to just go ahead and accept her back in.
Because Carter is the Carter name is just so good. And to have her come out and say, yeah, I got some government secrets. Who wants them? I'm like, God, I hope she's undercover.
Yeah,
in the comics, did they say that she worked for Val?
Huh. It's another thing.
Because I need to do some more research about that. Because someone mentioned that. If she worked with Val. Even though we're not supposed to call her Val. But you know what I mean.
Right.
I'm not sure about all that. But, it's that part sticks in my craw. But I have to say, overall, I enjoyed the show. And I really liked how they transitioned Sam into Captain America. I really like that transition they made.
Me too. That proves to you that a black man can be Captain America.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're wrong.
And I'm glad he brought out that, I don't need super serum.
No.
These people know I don't have super serum.
He's another Tony.
Yeah.
Tony.
So I did some research and everything.
Mhm.
She's also known as Agent 13, so she might actually have some ties in with um Agent Doofus from Party City.
He's
Um,
U.S. agent man now.
Yeah, secret
yeah.
agent.
Yeah, I know. He's a secret agent man now.
Let's see. Then, of course, let's see. Inspired. Sharon is not dead. But still, there's some others. It depends on what lure that they want to actually go with, you know?
Mhm. Yeah, that part it did stick in my craw. I was like, Peggy need to come out here and just whoop you.
Yeah,
Just give you a good old country whooping for this.
Peggy don't have a whip, a switch on her hand. Say, "How
I know,
dare
with
you disturb my
with
name?"
a big old switch. Like, what in the world you doing?
She'd be like, "Sorry, Aunt Peggy, I didn't mean to."
No, I'm
I'm trying to get them
mean,
back.
This is
like an OG badass.
This is definitely not
No.
Marvel like. Like Marvel like is very a lot of misdirection, a lot of
Yeah.
that. This one just felt like everybody kept saying, "Oh, many people knew." I'm like, I think we all knew deep down. We just didn't want it to happen because
Yeah.
it doesn't
Mhm.
seem right, and it's very cut and dry. I was like the misdirection could still be in play here.
Mhm.
I think it was just very underwhelming. Like and then they rushed this, and it's just like
Mhm.
none of the clothing there would fit her anyway. Honestly, I think it's
Yeah.
I mean, definitely men's clothing, and she's not really arts. She's just that, and the main guy that loves art that wouldn't be selling that or that be buying that stuff
Right.
like crazy is Fisk.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
still wouldn't put Fisk out of it. I
Me
would.
too.
No.
I mean, because they got to have a baddie, and I don't see
She can't. She's
Aaron
like
holding it. Like,
no, she's
like,
not. She's tough, but she's just not like villain quality. Like
mhm.
Fisk is that brute force. Like
Mhm.
like
He is.
Aaron Carter's a villain. Doesn't really see out.
No.
Mm-mm.
There's more to
There's
meet
something
the
at
eye.
play here. There's something really at play here that, like, hopefully she's still undercover. Like in the comics, is this whole show has been pretty much by the comics. Like
Mhm.
Agent 13 or whatever the U.S. agent that was in the comics.
Mhm.
Falcon being Falcon being Captain America was in the comics.
Mhm.
Like
Him taking the super serum that we ended up predicting.
comics.
Yeah.
Like they're going straight by the books of the comic book right now. Her as a villain wasn't in the comics, and sure there could be some differentiations, but not this big.
Right.
She just doesn't. I don't think she'll be that great of a villain, to be honest, because
No.
she has connections, sure,
Mhm.
but I mean, like I think maybe the Fisk will have something to do with it, because I mean, there's rumors that Daredevil's shown up in the new Spider-Man. I mean, with the multiverse, I don't know. It's just like it was very like it's just aggravating. I'll just put it at that.
It makes me want to like watch Agent Carter, the TV show.
Yeah.
That they yanked off way too quick.
That pissed me off.
Yeah, that was a good show, Agent.
But it was better than the
Marvel.
other show that came out after it. What was it?
With the Inhumans.
Something like that. See how bad that is.
Yeah,
I can't remember the name. That's how
I didn't even watch it. It didn't even look like it was interesting. But then you yank Agent Carter. I'm like, for what?
Yeah, Agent Carter was good. People were watching Agent Carter. You had no right to yank her off TV.
It's Disney.
Bring her back.
Again, it's going right back to Disney about them making stupid A decisions.
Yeah, it's like,
I know, but then Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. lasts forever.
Nobody asked for them.
I'm like, oh my God, is this show still dragging on? Oh
I only watched the season 1. That was it. I wasn't very into it. I'm like,
well, yeah. When they got rid of Ward, I was like, oh, this show just going downhill.
But I should say, like, since they're doing this whole like Marvel episodes, maybe they can try to bring Agent Carter back. I would like to.
I'm hoping.
I'm hoping they'll bring it back. Please bring it back. I'm at like Disney. Look at me. Bring it back.
I know, just bring it back. I mean, it was.
I think it was just on a bad time slot. Is probably
it
why I
was
didn't get the views.
It really was.
I loved it. Me personally, I liked it better than the Avengers show that they had.
Yeah.
Out, to be honest with you, that was 10 times better because you didn't have to reference everything, and I'm glad they didn't have to reference everything towards something within the MCU for Agent Carter. So that's why I loved it, because it stood on its own.
Yeah.
And but yeah, as far as this goes, as far as the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I thought it was a solid season. I thought it was really good, even though we had the season finale was lacklustering, but still, it kept us on our toes, though, right?
Yeah.
It kept us entertained. It kept us engaged. It did what a TV show was supposed to do. It was enticing. It was intense. It was everything that we wanted it to be. Yeah, some of our predictions didn't come true or anything like that. Some of the stuff just wowed us with the whole entire thing with Sharon and everything else. But overall, I'm glad that some of my predictions didn't come true, because it gives me that much more of just to appreciate the show and the writers on what they do and everything, because we're fans. We're not writers of the show, but we can appreciate the fact that they left some stuff out to where we can speculate on, and then also too is like we got you here. So I love that. I love the writing of the show and stuff like that. There's just a little small stuff, but still overall a good season.
The next appearance potentially for Carter might be in that Armor War series, which is the one starring Don Cheadle's War Machine. So this one article is saying that it might take place within that. So essentially in the comics, it's a story about someone stealing Tony Stark's armor designs and selling them.
Yeah,
kind of sounds like
there.
So they said, will she be a bad guy if she shows up there? It's too soon to tell. So again, it's still up in the air. Like she might be playing that gray area again. What you say, John? Maybe playing both sides, but I'm not. I still am not buying it.
Same.
I still think like even though everything's all the arrows are pointed to it, Marvel's gonna pull the rug out of everybody and say, oh no, she wasn't bad the whole time. She's playing aside. I'm still not giving up that hope. I don't think like
I don't give it up. I'm like, it ain't sitting well, but I'm
not buying it.
I refuse to accept it. I'm still gonna have my I'm just gonna have my theorist conspiracy theorist outline on my wall still and everything, and that's gonna stay there until the release of another.
It's too easy. It's too easy of an answer.
Well, maybe she's Loki. Maybe there's Loki in there.
Maybe.
That's also another possibility.
Yeah,
we can't rule that out.
I mean, this happened before probably the Loki, because the Loki series happened it's happening right after during the sequence in the first Avenger movie where he escapes. So that's probably that. So a lot of time. So we'll see.
Right.
I don't know. It's just too easy. It's just like the too easy answer, and it's not typical Marvel for them to do this. It's too easy. And it's very fishy. Something's up. Something's up.
Well, I think it's going to relate to something else, and it's going to be a twist to it. I just don't know what. But yeah, they don't do just the thing that everybody thinks. They don't do that.
No, that's DC. But no, like
Damn.
Yeah.
Or again,
I ain't gonna find Lois Lane. Superman ain't gonna save the day.
Well, then again, DC doesn't like
over somebody's house.
However, I can now say DC doesn't do what everybody wants. They're doing their own thing, so it doesn't work. So anyway, but I don't know. Something's up. Like I'm not buying it. I don't like. She comes out and says she's the power broker, but we don't even know who the power. All we kept hearing is a guy. And she could have been lying the whole time just to kill Charlie. Like again, her saying she's the power broker. I don't. Again, do we know much about the power broker? That's the question too. We don't know much.
No. I mean, we don't. I personally don't know a whole lot about a power broker, and this show didn't really explain this to me. sufficiently, I think, to understand why she's such a menace.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't get it. It seems like she's just kind of selling. She's like a black market seller.
Like,
right. I don't see her as a black market seller, to be honest with you.
She didn't kill that creator of the serum. Like, she didn't. That was Zemo. Zemo killed him, and it's like, and it's just like, I don't know. Sums up. I might be like John and I might like or us here might be the only ones that think this, but sums up. Like it's just it's not Marvel like, and that's why it's just. Yeah, I sum's definitely a play here, and it's like because there's so much we just don't know, but I still don't think she's bad.
And and like you said, we're pretty sure Loki is not going to shed light on this.
No, it's not.
No, it's going to go into another territory. It's going to go more like WandaVision territory. This one was pretty much cut and dry stuff.
I wouldn't be surprised if we go into it with, don't forget, we got Hawkeye coming out soon. It'd be more fitting on his realm to actually have them two in there than to go on the
Widow, too. The Black Widow movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Black, I will pay the $30 to see Black Widow.
I'm going to the theater. I have to see my redhead girlfriend tackle on some villains. So
I want to see that in the theaters. I'm not giving Disney my $30 for them to not own that movie. I'd rather spend $30 to own the movie, not pay $30 to not own it.
I mean, do they have a movie theater open here? No.
I think the one on Mayhan is open.
Okay.
We haven't till July, so we still got time till July anyway before that movie's out anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because AMC is like both of them are too far away from me. Mm-hmm. Because it's like if I go down, I don't want to take the highway to AMC, so I could take the street to the other one. So yeah. If you want to drive the freeway to go to the AMC movie theater at Tallahassee Mall, you go right on.
Our favorite zombie mall here.
Yeah.
Did we make like a top 10 zombie mall list?
Yes, we did. Governor Square.
Oh wow.
We made the list.
I know. We made the the top 10 zombie mall.
That's hilarious.
No, yeah, Tallahassee Mall is the zombie mall because someone said that Governor Square is one of the worst malls in Florida.
Well, yeah.
And I was like, why is the Tallahassee Mall? Why is the Tallahassee Mall not on that list?
I mean, yeah.
As a whole, though, I like the series. I enjoyed it. I want to know more. The build-up was great. I just think the ending was just a very little lackluster, and very underwhelming because you had us all hyped after the last episode. Again, there was parts I liked of this. I think just overall, everything felt rushed. It was too short. They need to expand more. That's why I'm hoping with the new Captain America 4 movie, they're going to expand a lot more. Hopefully, we'll know a lot more prior to that. Because whenever that comes out, I can see it coming out in 2023 or 2024. Like we're gonna be waiting. We're gonna be waiting a while to find out more info. Like I hope we get more info prior to that.
Oh yeah, I think so. I think we'll probably, like John said, I think when Hawkeye and Black Widow and all that, we'll have a little bit more in War Machine's TV show. I think we'll have a little bit more information.
Because that's when we see Ironheart and the War Machine series. So yeah, we probably will see more.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure on that. But the rest of the episode, I really liked it. It was I think they sort of stepped over their message about these settlements or something and the GSR. I was like, I don't really get what you're talking about, but sure. Okay. She just don't like you. That's pretty much what I
yeah.
She just don't like you. And I don't know, y'all talking about settlements or something. I didn't really get that. That's why you need 10 episodes to unpack that.
Yeah.
All right. So is there anything else that you guys want to touch on or anything like that?
No, I'll just mention that even though we don't have an after show in May, we'll all of us will be back. We're gonna be covering Marvel movies and not just MCU. I think John and Tamara, we were talking earlier. I think we're gonna start off with the Deadpool movies.
Yes.
Oh,
I can handle the burp with the mouth.
So
that's my man.
In order to fill the void leading up to Loki series, which that's in June. So the month of May, we're gonna be doing Marvel May. So
yay!
So we'll be So we're gonna we just won't be doing anything next week since it's April, and honestly, we got nothing to really talk about. But we'll be back the first weekend in May to discuss. We'll be talking about the movies of Marvel.
Alrighty, so let's see. I have some announcements that I want to actually get through real quick. Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific Time, Charlie and I are going to be doing a Mortal Kombat spoiler review for that.
Finish him.
Finish it.
Flawless
fatality.
Sonya. But yeah. Then on Tuesday, I have independent comic book writer and artist Quentin Bennett back on the show. We're going to be doing a review of The Secret of Nim, which is actually one of my favorite animated movies from back when I was a kid. Then no, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. I love that movie and how dark it is and stuff. I remember as a kid watching it and loving it. And matter of fact, Frenchie says that I have there's something about mice in my childhood. He was trying to say we need to talk about your mouse problem.
Nice. Oh.
It's not a mouse problem. It's one of the best movies.
Well, it's just that I have other mouse movies that I liked as a kid.
Oh gosh.
So yeah.
Now you got some problems.
Then I have another thing too. I know that Rossi McCree was going to be on the show Thursday doing our White Boy Rick or White Boy documentary review, but she had an audition that she had to go to. But she's going to be here on April 5th at 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific Time for that. So those are the announcements.
May 5th.
May 5th.
Yeah, May 5th. Yeah. Sorry. No, it's going to be April 29th.
We start in April.
No, it's quarantine, man. We'll know what day it is.
You know what? It's like Groundhog's Day. We do it over and over again.
Okay.
I thought the day was Wednesday. I mean, seriously.
But yeah, actually, Quentin Bennett will be here on April 27th, and then 2 days later it'll be Rossi McCree and I doing that, and then the week after that we're actually doing a review for Training Day, the Denzel Washington movie. So that's another thing that we're doing.
After this week,
I gotta see that one.
This is gonna be great. I mean, I had a great time watching American Gangster with her, and it was fantastic and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're reviewing that. Of course, we did our Scarface review a couple of months back with Al Pacino.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm having a great time reviewing these gangster films. So it's going to be interesting to see Training Day and watching it again since it's been so long. So, so that's everything that's everything I have planned out so far, guys. As far as shows go, we are going to be doing our Deadpool series. That's going to start in May and everything on a Friday. So every Friday, I think we're going to do a Marvel show.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. A Marvel themed movie show and stuff like that you guys can watch and stuff like that. So that's gonna be fun. But
we haven't even done. We haven't even done Captain America: Winter Soldier, which is the best Captain America one.
Yeah.
We haven't even done a review for that. We'll do Civil War. So if you have a specific Marvel movie that's not just MCU that you want us to cover, just let us know in the comments section below, or just let us know because we want to. Well, if you want us to cover a movie, just let us know and we'll cover it. Like you said, I mean, it's not just this is for you guys. So if you want us to cover a Marvel movie, and if there's a favorite one that you want to do, let us know.
Yes.
Oh, it's like the cup.
Oh, look
Yeah.
at that. I love that.
Yeah, this is like back when.
Oh, look at that. I like that. Where that came from? I want one of those.
The movie theater.
Yep.
Because I just got the bucket when I went to the movie theaters when they did the Endgame. I got the popcorn bucket for the Endgame.
Oh,
and I also got the Captain Marvel bucket. So.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
And I got the bucket for Fast 8, the Fast and Furious 8 one, plus the car. I think the cup. I think the holder is in the shape of a tire.
Mhm.
It was actually really cool design. I'm like, worth it.
How cute!
All right.
And of course, we can always review Incredible Hulk. I did see that.
Mhm.
I love that one.
I know.
That's my favorite.
They're actually part of the MCU. I was like,
Yes, he is.
Technically, it is.
Not
Yeah.
the Eric Banner one. The
No, Eric Banner. That was crap.
yeah.
That's terrible. Hey, if you suggest that, we'll review it for you, but we're not going to be happy about reviewing it.
We're not
Yeah,
gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch
we don't
it.
review no trash around here.
No, I'm good.
But all right, guys. So if you guys want to go on ahead and show us some love over here at Movie Lovers Unite, how do you do that? You're just going ahead and donate to the page by going to www.gofundme.com/Movie Lovers Podcast. And that's how you donate to the page. Just show us some love. If you can't do it, we totally understand. We understand this pandemic has everybody's pocket in the wads and everything else. But if you do, just go on ahead and show us some love over there. Also, too, for all your entertainment needs and wants, just go head on over to www.movielovesunite.com for all your latest movie news, movie reviews, and TV shows reviews. Also, too, go on and follow us at Movie Lovers TV Lovers Unite on Facebook, underneath the same brand on Pinterest as well, and also, too, on Instagram. And then, of course, you guys can go on ahead and email me at movielovesunite@gmail.com. And then you guys can go on ahead and follow me at Movie Lovers Unit over there on Twitter, and John DeGorio8 on Twitter. And then you can also follow me on Stereo at Movie Lovers Unit over there. And that's everywhere that you guys can reach out to me. I do appreciate Tamara and also, too, Charlie being on the show as well, and Ladacia for being on the show, too. So thank you again, guys. It's been fun. It's been real. Can't wait to do this again in Marvel May. And it's always been a blast to do these Marvel shows. And bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.